Hello and welcome, my friends. Today's topic is called methodology, and the reason I titled it that really was because it's been a little while since I posted, and I've kind of accumulated a lot of things, and the topic of methodology allows me to say whatever the heck I want. But the bottom line is, I'm not a particular fan of any specific methodology, and I think everybody's got their own way and their own path. There are a few things that I do on a regular basis that I think help me, and I'm happy to share those with you. So let's get on to the topic methodology. My name is Paul, and this is Path of Ascension. So, why should we adopt any type of methodology? And I think the reason is because we live in a very fast-paced society. This is a very fast-paced world, and all of our technology has just made it faster. But in fact, to get the answers that you need for yourself and to really understand what you are all about, you need to slow that down. I mean, really slow it down to the point where it's still. Well, pretty hard to maintain that stillness during the day. Very easy to get caught up in everything else that's going on and lose your perspective. So, you do a few things during the day that keep you on that track. And I want to talk about three of the things that I do on a daily basis that I think help keep me focused. And the first one is when I first get up. I mean, I think that's a critical time for everybody because if you allow yourself some time when you first get up, maybe 20 minutes, maybe an hour, to just sit and be peaceful and just be. You don't have anything to do. You don't have anywhere you have to go. Don't set the alarm for 10 minutes before you got to head out the door. Give yourself some time to get centered. Because that's going to kind of set the tone for the day. And I've always also suggested that you set an intention. This is going to be a great day. I'm going to do a lot of great things for people today. So start that way. That's number one. Number two, notice the moments. And when I say notice the moments, I recognize that we get busy and we don't notice every moment. But I think if you have a mindset to do that, and like I said, set an intention in the day, maybe that's your intention today, notice more moments. I remember, it's a good example of this. I don't know if you ever remember that game, that Microsoft game, Zelda. And one of the things that Zelda, there's a path that this character Link takes. And in one of the stories of Zelda, he gets a horse. Now remember, you've been running around like a madman with your little controller for a while, but then you get this horse, and all of a sudden you're riding, and it's so freeing and so exciting. There's one where he actually gets a boat. So I know this sounds like a silly analogy, but think about it. When you're driving to work, I mean, it wasn't that long ago where everybody's walking places or taking a cart somewhere. You're in a car. There's a moment there where you should really just enjoy the act of driving, enjoy the fact that you're moving forward and you're seeing all these things and you're experiencing taking all these things in. That's just a drive to work. I mean, mix it up, take another route, really get to enjoy this time because this is your life here. Every moment in the now is your life, and you don't have one in the future, and you needn't look back at the one in the past. Enjoy this one, this very moment. So the nice thing about this is you've started your day with a mindset and with a quiet stillness, and then you go on to your day, and the first thing you do is live in the moment driving to work. So great combination there of moments before you even get to your busy day. Now these things can happen all during the day. I know there's times where at my job I have to frequently go to the bank, and when you go to the bank there's often a line, and in that line, in the old days before being awakened and before realizing who I was, that would be a pain. I'd be looking at my watch, I'd be playing with my phone, I would be doing everything but waiting in the line. And now it's a great time to get centered again. I have some quiet time, I can be still, I can observe, I can take it all in, and here now I'm in another moment. And these moments are your day. So, take advantage of them. There aren't that many quiet, still moments in the day. Waiting in line at a grocery store, a drugstore, in a bank. Those are moments to be still, to appreciate, and to enrich your life with. Some other things that you can do during the day that create moments, the moments that you are actually living, is, putting your focus and your attention on what you're doing one thing at a time. And the reason why this helps is because that focus and that attention makes you aware that you are in that moment. When you've got 100 things on your mind, you're thinking about tomorrow, thinking about yesterday, you're thinking about later on today. You're not there. You're not in that moment. So bring that focus down. This is something I need to do right now, and I'm going to do it with my full attention. And then you will have lived it. You'll appreciate the fact that you were involved with your whole being in what you're doing. So that's number two. Just be aware of moments. Try to capture as many as you can, because that is your life. Okay, so let's move on to number three. Number three is about relationships and about how you approach problems, how you approach challenges. How do you view these things? What do they mean to you when they come up? I think most of us have a tendency to take things too seriously. And, if you look at your life and you see, oh, I'm sitting here right now, I've survived everything that's come across my plate. I've managed it. Now, sometimes you didn't manage it as well as you wanted to. Maybe you were trying to manage it from up here all the time and creating even more problems for yourself. And that's the other thing. You got to look at what problems are just appearing in front of me and what ones am I creating myself. Is a small problem, like for example, I have my car in to get repaired today. I got a call when I was on the way home saying, oh, the part didn't come in. We forgot to tell you that. I'm not sure if it'll come in today or tomorrow. When we try to get it done today, we'll let you know, this kind of thing. Well, I can choose to be, oh my God, what a crisis. I have to go to work tonight and all that. Or I can say, okay, well, let me know what happens, and then use my brain for what it's there for, to figure out, how I'm going to manage this. And the bottom line here is that anything that comes up and comes up as a challenge for you is usually a much smaller problem than you make it out to be. It's only this twirling and swirling of the mind that makes it bigger than it needs to be. Now, of course, under this same topic of challenges and opportunities is, of course, our relationships with other people, because I'm sure that during the day you come in contact with people and there are conflicts and there are issues that come up. So the important thing for you to remember is that a lot of the conflicts that you face with another person has to do with ego. Okay? So if you've got two egos, they're going to battle it out no matter, even if the problem was simple and would have been simple to resolve without getting the egos in the way. But if you drop yours, then there's only one ego, and one ego battling no ego, it doesn't go anywhere. So in a certain way, conflicts are solved very, very quickly. When people don't respond the way that they think you're going to respond, they're not prepared. And when they're not prepared, they don't know what to do with it. You, on the other hand, as an awakened individual, when a conflict comes up, you do know what to do with it. You give it some space. I had a customer at my store the other day that came in, and there was a problem with something that he wanted being shipped, and he was like, look, I'm an attorney, and we do this and we do it this way. And I had to recognize in that moment that, well, this guy is much, much more than an attorney, but I don't think he will ever realize that. If that's what he's going to stick to, that I'm an attorney, and so that gives me some kind of power, that's a very small piece of power. Especially, attorneys don't deal with problems of shipping overseas and issues with cartons not being unloaded, and that's not their purview. So I guess the bottom line is I have to understand that, even if he does not. And when I don't respond with anger or frustration or take anything personally, it kind of stops the conversation. And here's what we're going to do. Here's a plan. Have a good day. Basically, it's up to you to control these things, especially when you're dealing with someone who is out of control. So, a quick recap. Start the day in some stillness. Create that space for yourself. Move that on into the rest of your day, where you're going to take time to notice as many moments as you can. You're going to stay focused on what you're doing, putting your full intention into things. And when things come up, such as challenges from people or otherwise, you're going to create some space. And you're going to recognize that nothing is earth shattering, and you're going to run into people that don't recognize that. And you're going to be patient, and you're going to be kind, and it's going to change the way that you view the world and you view other conflicts and problems, and it's also going to change the way they do as well. That's all I got for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you're new to this channel and these kind of topics resonate with you, hit the subscribe button and that little bell that lets you know when I post a new video, or visit my website at www.pathofascension.org. I have a lot of services up there. They're all donation based. I will leave a link tree in the description box. So try this for a couple days. Let me know how it works out for you. And if you have any ideas or suggestions that work for you to keep you centered during the day, leave them in the comment box below and share them with the rest of us. Thanks so much again.